On this episode of Outside the Kitchen, we have a seafood expert show us his version of fish in a bag. Get ready because today we're cooking outside.
A chef once told me to create great food, you need great ingredients, like fresh seasonal produce and locally sourced seafood. But there's one ingredient that'll make any dish go from ordinary to extraordinary, and that's cooking it in nature. Welcome to Outside the Kitchen.
Pete Cutcliffe is the owner and chef at Bill's Fishhouse and Bar in Port Macquarie. This modern seafood eatery exemplifies the concept of sea to plate. If we're looking to cook fish today, Pete's gonna have the answer. And today's venue is the magnificent Camden Haven Inlet, located near the base of North Brother Mountain. This waterway is flourishing with fish life and offers some of the most stunning scenery in the region, a perfect backdrop for our next food adventure.
Hey Pete, how you going?
Good morning, how you doing? What's happening?
Oh, I'm just doing a bit of fishing. You're probably wondering why I've invited you all the way out here.
Yeah, most definitely. What a spot though.
Yeah, well, the idea was I was going to catch you a fish, and you see the tree line over there? Just beyond it's a place called Gogley's Lagoon. I thought we'd set up a kitchen, you could show me how to cook something.
Yeah, sounds fun. I mean, you're not going to catch anything here, so...
Yeah, well, I was hoping you could help me out with that.
I reckon I've got a few secrets up my sleeves.
So what do you say, you up for the adventure?
Yeah, definitely. Can we make a quick stop on the way?
Sure, let's do it.
I got a mate I want you to meet.
Perfect, let's see it.
Pete, how are
Morning,
you?
mate, how are you?
Good, mate.
Mate, this is my friend Andrew.
G'day, Andrew.
How you going, James?
Good, mate.
What a magic spot you got up here.
It's fantastic, isn't it?
Pete tells me you can get some of the best oysters around out of these waters.
Absolutely.
Mate, he's roped me into cooking lunch for him. Reckon we can grab some oysters for a snack?
Definitely. Come on, let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's go. So we're gonna shuck those right now. Wow. There they are.
That's them.
So James, what's the magic ingredient in these waters that make these oysters so spectacular?
Oh, well, mate, it's because of the lagoon. It's so fresh and so clean. We can harvest the oysters straight out of the water and eat them straight away.
Bottoms up.
No worries, mate. There you go.
That's great, Pete. Let's get started, get cooking.
Beautiful, can't wait.
All right, Pete. Well, I don't know. I don't think we can ask for a better backdrop than this. What a great setup. Now it's over to you. What are you going to cook for us today?
I can't say I've ever cooked in a better spot than this. Crabs eating your feet, sand in your feet, beautiful. We've got obviously some beautiful oysters from James over at Rockin' Oysters. You can literally still see the oyster lease over there now. Going to dress those up with some real simple dressings that people can do at home, and then we're going to fillet a fish, make a fish stock, cook a snapper in a bag. So basically one pot wonder, everything cooks all together, beautiful, fragrant, lots of flavours. So.
Let's get started. What's the first step?
Show you how. Well, we're going to fillet a fish. So
I couldn't catch a fish. Where did this fish come from?
This fish
Just out of your pocket?
comes from the guys at Port Fresh Seafoods, one of the main suppliers that we have in at Bill's. So here's our fish, nice and filleted. We're going to throw that into a pot over here, and we're going to make a fish stock with all of our offcuts.
Beautiful. So you're using the entire fish here.
Whole fish, no waste.
Excellent.
So basically, we're taking all the offcuts that we're going to use later on in the fish in the bag. We're talking fennel tops, carrot tops, some onion, some garlic. I love ginger in my fish stock. There's some thyme there.
Beautiful.
Lovely ginger.
All right, Pete, looks like the stock's almost boiling. Looks like we're onto our fish in the bag now, is that right?
This is our fish in a bag. This is a pretty well one pot wonder, something that's easy to cook for anybody, anywhere in the world, as you can see. So I've got these beautiful Japanese soba noodles, and we're going to cook them in the fish stock for a minute. Pop them straight in there in this basket. So what I like to do is throw some aromatics in the base, a little bit of chili. We've got some ginger, some garlic, some eschalots, coriander. Throw the carrots in there so they cook a little bit quicker, some mint, and just a little bit more of that thyme.
Makes a nice little bed of veggies.
Nice little bed of veggies, and that's where we're going to put some fish stock. So it's going to cook and just all that flavour is going to come up out of the top. All right, so we've got our base now. We're going to throw those noodles straight over the top.
So that veggie stock's, or the fish stock's obviously really important for the flavour through the whole thing.
It's the base of the dish is the fish stock. The more flavour that's in there, the more flavour that's going to be in here. So then we've got some of our little bits of fennel there, some soy, sesame oil, a little bit of cracked pepper in there. And then we're going to put our fish in. A little bit of that pink salt. And now our nice mushrooms in and around the top. So these are oyster mushrooms, they're actually local.
That's sort of fitting with what we just got up to, gathering
Exactly
the
right,
oysters.
love local. These are from Old Bar.
Oh, all right.
So that's a oyster mushroom, these are a king mushroom, some zucchini flowers. The last bit there is a knob of butter. That's going to emulsify all that stock and soy sauce and stuff. So now we're going to grab a ladle of this fish stock.
Look at that.
And then we just want to try and as loosely as possible to give enough room for that steam to really develop.
Yeah, so how much stock do you actually want to put in? You put a few ladles.
That was about 200 mils.
Okay, so just a little bit of a layer at the bottom, basically.
Yep, exactly right. So that'll create the steam that'll cook the fish and all the veggies. So we've bundled this up now nice and tight. We're just going to whack it onto a nice cast iron burner. Just to get some nice heat, you want that heat in there, direct heat to steam that stock, the soy sauce, all that's going to melt up over the butter. It's going to be delicious. Ready to go. It'll probably take about 10 minutes, so why don't we do some oysters? So this one here, we're going to do an avocado and grapefruit topping. Take a grapefruit, and what we want is a couple of those nice segments in there. So we've got some avocado. Just going to chop up our little grapefruits, some olive oil, a little bit of pepper. Now we're not going to add any salt because the oysters are already quite salty. What we'll do is I'll get you to dress up 4 of those oysters there. I've just diced up a little chili there, thrown it in to our plums. I'm going to throw some mint in here while we're going. I'm just going to throw some sparkling wine in here. A little bit of that in there. Just a little pinch of salt. A little bit of olive oil. And a little bit of balsamic glaze, just to give it a little bit of sweetness. And we're just going to mix that up as another topping for some oysters. All right, our oysters are ready. Let's have a sneak peek, see if this one's ready to go.
Yeah, it smells amazing. Look at that, even the veggies look perfectly cooked.
Super easy.
Done a
How about
marvelous
that?
job. Wow, this looks outstanding. I can't wait to get my fork into that.
Let's get in. I'm so hungry, I'm ready.
Let's do it. Wow, that stock I think makes all the difference. You can taste that flavor through everything. Mate, these oysters look outstanding. And they taste even better. That is incredible. You can taste every flavor, every ingredient that you put into it. But I think there's something magical going on in there. There's one ingredient that just brings everything up to another level. And that's cooking it outside, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Well, if you want to download this recipe or learn more about the region that we're cooking in, go to the website outsidethekitchen.com.au. You can download it there. But until next time, keep cooking outside.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Let's keep eating.